All right, we're back here for the Superstock main event. You can see the cars lining up now. On the pole position, we have Tom Cattarelli in car 11. Tom's in second place in points this year. On his outside, we have Don Smith in car 66. Don's presently in third place this year. And in the second lane, we have car number 4, driven by Dennis Sheehy. First place in points this year, so the top 3 cars in 85 are in the front of this pack tonight. On Sheehy's outside in lane 2, we have Mark Baldwin driving car 84. Mark is in 4th. And behind Mark, you can see Randy Olson in car 17. Dennis and Randy had a few problems last week getting around each other. On Randy's outside is Tom Karkin in car number 1. Tom's having trouble with his engine, so he's looking just to take the green in order to qualify for points this evening. In the 7th position is Steve Yates from San Francisco in car 7NZ. And in the 8th position is John Speedway in car 32. So we have an 8-car lineup for this night. See the top 4 cars in this 85 season are at the beginning of the pack. Cars in the rear behind Randy Olson, the last 3 cars there that you see are slower cars who would normally be up front with the system that they use for timing in. The slow cars go in the front, fast cars in the back to make it more competitive. You can see Tom Karkin there in last place. Those cars have placed themselves in that position as they start out to warm up in order not to cause problems at the beginning of the race as they're having problems with their own cars. Tom going slowly around the track. He's just looking to take the green, having real major problems with his engine. See the other cars letting it out, warming their cars up. Now they're slowing down and start warming up as they come out of turn 1. You can see Tom Cattarelli there at the beginning. They go around the turn, they'll take a couple more laps, let the slower cars catch up. I don't know if Tom Karkin's going to make the green flag. You can hear his engine knocking in the background there. You can see Cattarelli and Smith leading them in to the straight out of turn 4. Passing Karkin there on the outside. There's the pack as they're coming around into turn 3. Going into turn 4, heading down the straight, looking for the green. And Brian gives them the green, and they're off to racing. The Superstock main event has begun. You see as they come around the turn, down the straight, that Tom's jumped out to the lead. Sheehy's right behind him in second place. Olson's in third, right behind Sheehy. back to 5th place now as Baldwin's moved up. Tom Gattarelli still in 1st place with Shehe right behind him and Olsen in 3rd. All 3 cars fighting for 1st place tonight. 32-car speedway moving to the outside, letting the fast cars around. So far, Tom's holding on to his 1st place position. He's really working him over, trying to take over the 1st place. But you see a bump there. Shehe had to let off, and Olsen wasn't quick enough to back off of it. Hit him in the rear. Around again. Gattarelli in 11 is still in 1st car, 1st place position. Shehe right behind him. Wait for Tom to make a mistake. Going down the straight again. Shehe trying to take him on the outside, getting a little loose. Olsen driving underneath him. Taking over the 2nd place spot. See the fight out for 2nd and 3rd. As Baldwin has moved up behind Shehe. Now Olsen's making a move on Gattarelli, trying to take over the 1st place position. So far, no yellow flags in this race. Moving along pretty smoothly. Gattarelli still fighting for his 1st place. Olsen luring him behind him, trying to take him on the outside now as they go into turn 2. Still on the outside as they come around straight. Now driving down, trying to take him on the inside, waiting for Gattarelli to make his mistake. Off just a little bit as they get into traffic in turn 1. Whoa, we had looks like Shehe get into major problem there coming down the straight. Spun all the way around, was clipped by a couple cars before he came to a stop there. Can't tell who's in his front of him there. You can see Gattarelli and Olsen and Baldwin moving around him there. Okay, that's the 7 car. Well, the 7 car is on the infield in front of the flagman. That's Smith backing up there. Apparently Shehe had a tire, his right rear tire go down, caused the problem there. I don't think he was bumped. See Smith heading back towards the pits. I don't know if he'll just, no, he is going in. I thought maybe he was just going to turn around. Seven NZ sitting on the infield. Looks like someone said he broke a tie rod.
Remember, next week we've been promised that night video in car number 14.
Cars stopped over there in front of the grandstand while they tow off Dennis Shehe. You see Dennis walking back to the pit area now, letting his pit crew take care of the car. Tow truck starting to haul him off now. Apparently Dennis is through for the evening. And while they clear the obstruction, we'll take a quick break. You can see the tow truck taking Shehay's car to the pits. Word is that his right rear tire kept going, losing air, which caused him to slow down. As he came down the straight, it just went flat on him, causing him to spin all the way around and got bumped out by two other cars. And apparently 66 bumped him, and I think broke a tie rod. Is why Smith came into the pits. There's only three cars left in the event out of the 8 that started. Karkin dropped out first. And then as the accident happened, 7N's went on the infield, and Smith and Shehay got tangled up going into turn 3. As they come around, Catarelli takes the green flag again. Olson right behind him. Baldwin in the 3rd position. Big question is whether Olson's going to be able to take Catarelli. Olson's having trouble going around the outside, so now he's trying an inside track, waiting for Catarelli to give him an opening. Diving underneath there, the guy tangled up. Olson had to back out of it. Going to try it again. You can see him trying the outside now. And diving underneath. Still Catarelli in the lead. Back in his car, they're putting on another tire. He's going to come back out and make a fight of it. Not one to give up. Olson's not giving up either, as he's still worrying Catarelli. Waiting for Catarelli to take one turn too high, and he's going to dive underneath him. He tried it there and backed out. Now he's going around the outside. I think he's trying to fake Catarelli out. I think he's going high. Now he is going high, going around him even now as they come out of turn 4. He's got the power, he's staying up with him. He's edging ahead as he comes around the turn. As they come down the backstretch, Olson takes him, dives down in front of him, takes over the lead. Oh! And then he gets clipped and spins out just as Shehay came back out onto the track. Okay, they're saying that Randy's still going to take first place, as he was in the lead as he spun out. So apparently they're going to tag Catarelli with it, causing the spin out there. They're under the yellow now because of the spin out. Olson did have the right-of-way, as he was more than halfway around him when he went in front. the car's that far ahead, you have to let them, you can't spin him out. You see Catarelli come around just having been given the word. Okay, that was the call. Catarelli was tagged for spinning him out. And as Olson was the leader, he goes back to his first place position. The car causing the spin out, in this case Catarelli, goes to the back of the pack, moving Baldwin into second place. We just saw 7NZ come back out on the track, where it's now back to a 5-car main event. Out on the track now, going to make another race of it, and Brian gives him the green flag. You can see Olson jumping way ahead of Baldwin there. Baldwin closing in the turn. Still Olson in first place. 17 car. A lot of power down the straight. Baldwin closing it in the turns with Catarelli right behind him. That was good racing. Olson went around and passed him clean. I don't know if he backed off, but Catarelli, causing Catarelli to tag him or not. It's immaterial now. Olson is in first place, Baldwin in second, and Catarelli in third. Apparently Shehe's still having problems dropping back half a lap. The leader going down the straight, lapping car 7NZ, Steve Yates. Up a big lead now. Up to 5 car lengths going down the straight. Baldwin closing somewhat in the turn. Not enough power to keep up with him in the straight though. Catarelli still in third place. Once Olson got around him, that was all there was. Mechanical malfunction could cause Olson the race at this point. Opening up a larger lead now behind Baldwin, in front of Baldwin. See Olson showing his muscle now. About 10 car lengths in front of Mark Baldwin, the 84 car. Giving the yellow flag, or excuse me, white flag. And as Olson went around, he got the checkered flag. Winner of this night's main event, with Baldwin in second place, with Catarelli in third. You can see Olson taking his victory lap now. The other car is cooling off with one lap before they go to the pits. Olson getting a big hand from the stands. Popular racer from the Eureka area. As they leave the track, you can see the street stock cars coming out for their main event, and we'll pause for just a second.